Hello everybody and welcome to PSGL F6 Australian Grand Prix. I am here joined by Punju this evening. It's been a whole 2 weeks.
What's going
How are you
on?
doing?
I know. It's been a long time. Shoot, we're finally back though, Chiz.
Yeah.
The dynamic duo of destiny, dare I say. That's a lot of D's right there, but yeah, it's going to be a freaking great race, man. I am super stoked for tonight. Australia always proves to be a lot of fun and I'm sure it's going to be just as fun as always here for PSGL's F6.
Yeah, I mean Australia is a track that very recently underwent some track changes. Punju, what are your thoughts on those compared to the last layout?
Yeah, so I think the track surgery that they did,
Track surgery.
yeah, I like to call it track surgery whenever we make track changes. I don't think it's just cosmetic. I think it really did, change the racing in a lot of ways for the good, and in some ways maybe for the bad. I think, in real life, it's really exploded the speed of the track, which I'm a huge fan of. I think street circuits deserve to be as quick as possible. That's my personal, belief, and I think that Australia, they really did that when they made these changes, especially getting rid of that kink that used to be like turn 8, turn 9.
Yeah.
That was it just slowed everything down. It totally brought the racing to a halt. And it wasn't a good overtaking area anyway, so it's like, what's the point? So I'm glad they got rid of that. And then the change at turn 11 where they turned it to the 90 degrees, it makes everybody slow down after a DRS zone so much, which does give opportunity for passing, yes. However, it is a very tight corner, so it also gives opportunity for crashes. So we'll see kind of how that's going to play out today in PSGL, but I think overall I like the track changes. I know Chiz, you aren't quite the same way. Am I correct?
The Sector 3, Turn 11, I hate it. I'm not gonna lie, I hate it. I know. I think the thing is, I was speaking to these drivers last week. They do not like Australia. I know Yana Otme doesn't like Australia. I don't like. It's not. I don't think it's a good track anymore for racing on the game. I mean, I understand the changes in real life because obviously they are different. But I think it was better before, in all honesty. Yeah, I mean, the turn, what I think was you said the 8-9 chicane. I mean, I didn't like that. I hated that corner. It's so easy to go off. But I don't know, maybe it's nostalgia, but I liked it.
Yeah. That's a good point. Well, hey, we can all talk about the track map as much as we want, but let's go ahead and take a look at the current new track map, Chiz. Let's see what we've got here.
Yeah, so the track has 14 turns and 3.2 miles, 3 DRS zones, almost 4 until that was cancelled out before the start of the first race of the new layout. Updated turns is the removal of turn 9 and turn 11 has been updated. I think those are the main changes, as well as what I think is turn 8 going on to the flat out section. Interesting things to note on this track, the turn 9-10 chicane, the exit of, sorry I keep stuttering, the exit of that is so easy to go into the runoff and lose the car on this game, and in real life, as we've seen drivers do. So that is something to watch out for sure. Also, I think the track limits are a little bit buggy towards turn 4. I think it's turn 4 on the exit, so that's also something to look out for.
Yes, I think you can really abuse the track limits on the exit of turn 4.
Which these drivers are not going to do, of course, because they'll get penalties.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. No. No, I fully expect to see at least 1 or 2 drivers, try to take advantage of it. But the hard part about taking advantage out on that far outside is it's extra slippery out there because you're on a curb. And so it's a high risk, high reward strategy. I think you could gain upwards of, half a tenth to a tenth of a second by utilizing all that track out there.
Yeah.
But with how slippery it is, at what cost? Yes, these drivers are great at keeping their cars planted, but anything can happen still at the speeds they're driving. So I think they got to maybe play the safe game.
Exactly. What sort of setups do you think these guys are going to be running? High downforce, low downforce, a mix? I mean, there's so many things to think about.
Yeah, this track is a medium-low downforce track. I think that prioritizing the straights is very important. I mean, there are 3 DRS zones, you know? And the more DRS zones, the more likely you are going to want to have a lower downforce setup so you can really take advantage of all that DRS.
Exactly.
So I'm expecting a medium-low.
Exactly. So we'll get underway very shortly. Just before we do, we'll have a quick look at the calendar. So obviously we are approaching the end of the season. We only have 2 rounds left. Next week is Abu Dhabi, which was moved to round 10 to replace United States Austin, which has now been moved to round 11. So only 2 weeks to go. Championship is looking spicy. We'll see what these guys do. We'll jump straight into quali.
Yeah, the championship is looking pretty spicy, as you said. Last week with Mike's getting that win, I think that's huge for him. But
yeah,
I don't know, man. I'm looking towards the Red Bull guys again to do well this week. I do see, if I recall correctly, I see both of them in there. Yep, Ruben and Maddie are both in there, so I think they have a good shot at today. And the Aston Martin guys also both in there. Right now, they're leading the Constructors' Championship. And so Aston Martin, I'm sure they want to do a lot better than last week because, Chiz, I wasn't here for last week, but you saw the Aston Martins. They didn't seem to do very well last week, did they?
Well, they were doing well until they got very unlucky with the collision at the start, and they were both sent to the back. But it was, to be fair, a good recovery for what they were faced with. We have an Alfa Romeo of Rischerati, just cutting the corner there to avoid traffic. Thought he'd crash there, but no. Currently, P1 Ruben is first, followed very closely by Killed, also P1. These guys had a very close battle at the start of the season, and now we're seeing that again, which is nice. But a 117.171, which is a really cool number to start everyone off, and that is going to be the time to beat. We'll ride on board with Ayub Khan, who has invalidated, so we'll switch to Luca LaMonaco.
Speaking of that time, the 117.171, you're right, that is a very cool number. It's literally just ones and sevens. What are we thinking for pole position today? I'm thinking a 16.4. Which is ridiculous, to be fair, but I can see it happening.
I'm going a 16.8. Nah, actually I take it back. 16.7.
Less faith than I. Okay. We'll see, I mean, still 17.1 is very fast. Ruben, he threw on the gauntlet off the rip. Like, he hardly even did a banker, so that's pretty impressive. I'm watching Luca LaMonaco right now. He just passes a stopped car.
I was worried that he was going to crash.
He was hiding in the shade. So it was kind of hard to see him. But he got around just fine. I look at LaMonaco's amazing control coming around the final sector. That is just gorgeous. He's flying. I think there's going to be a mid-17 right here.
Well, we'll see what he does coming across the line. It is a 17.7. Not quite at the top there, but lots of time to go. We'll follow along with Bryn Evans, who has invalidated, so we will not. Snakes, I believe, is on a lap. Yep, he is going through the flat-out section at the moment. Snakes, I believe, in the lead of this championship right now, leading the two Aston Martins.
No, Snakes is not in the lead of the championship. Ruben is.
Oh, sorry.
Snakes is in third. He's actually the.
As he loses it in quality. Luckily, he doesn't crash.
Good.
I did say, it's a very easy place to spin, and we've seen it just there.
You did.
I was kind of saved by the bell there with that little error about the championship.
Yeah. So Snakes is in third right now. Zerky, actually, his teammate is 4 points ahead of him in the championship. And Ruben is leading it right now. So it's still a decent sized gap between Ruben and Snakes. It's 10 points between the two of them.
Oh, okay.
I think Ruben's going to try his best to obviously get a win this week. He's gotten a podium on.
Well, he doesn't need it, but it would really help him.
He's gotten a podium on almost half the races that he's competed in so far. So he's got a pretty good record right now.
It's insane.
Actually, in exactly half the races he's competed in here in F6, he's gotten a podium. So right now he has a very, very, very good record, but so has Snakes. However, Snakes has a DNF and a 0 score, and that's what's killed him. So we shall see what these guys can pull out of the bag. And then Itilapalainen, he is in the race today, and he has had the curse of the season, unable to get a win, but he's gotten 3 second places. So that is going to be interesting to see if he can break that curse or if he's going to be stuck again second best. I don't know. I'd feel bad if he was, but it's possible.
Yep. We're looking at Mike's now as he's about to start his second flying lap. Mike's absolutely dominated Spa last week, just like he did in Bahrain. So he's going to be riding into this track, going into this race with a lot of momentum. And fingers crossed, he can make the most of it. He's currently sitting in P3, 2/10 off provisional pole. We'll see what he does now as he heads into turn 3.
The way that he handled turn 1 and 2, it was pretty immaculate. Just watching the way that he can get through these corners and use every single bit of track. Look at that. He doesn't go out into the curb right there, which was smart. He's using every single bit of the track that he can to his advantage. It's already a 10th gained. Almost 10th gained. It's looking good.
He did cut the corner a little bit. That might be deleted. That might get penalized if he doesn't abandon. That might. Don't take my word for it. I know that is a rule.
I don't think it will.
Okay.
Yeah, that corner right there at turn 6, 7, you're allowed to cut over it. That's the game
right,
track.
My bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, I saw like all the drivers in real life too. They're getting all the way over it. So, yeah, they're using every single bit they can. Dang, this is quick.
It does look like a very quick lap. He's so confident with his car. Let's hope he doesn't put too much on the throttles. He does have a slight rear lockup going into the penultimate corner, but he is going to be on the straight now. DRS is open. Has he done enough to steal provisional pole position? No, he doesn't, as he's 13,000th off pole position. Oh man, you know what? That rear lockup might have just been it for him. Very unfortunate.
Oh, that's tough, man. He was so close. That is just heartbreakingly close.
It is. We'll go on board with Ruben now. Ruben, his number 9 killed, sets the new fastest lap with a 1:16.9. So that's 2 tenths faster than Ruben, who's also on a lap, currently a 10th up going into the final sector. E2, I think that something changed just I'm not sure. I think it was Augustin moving up to P5 with a 17.4.
Yeah, it's a good lap from Augustin.
Yep.
I wonder actually if it's pronounced Augustin or Augustine.
Oh, Ruben's pitting. Oh, invalidated. Didn't even realise.
I didn't see that either.
Micah. My name pronunciation is not with it today. Is on a lap. He's invalidated. Never mind. Victor Wilder is on an in lap. Luke LaMonaco is about to start his lap, so we'll follow.
What about our favorite driver down at the bottom?
Ayub Khan is about to start his lap. We'll watch him as he does his first flying lap.
Yes.
Don't tell him I was about to watch Luca. As he gets the power down, DRS is open onto the main straight. I'm deciding what camera to do. We'll do TV cam. Heading down the long main straight. Braking at the 50-meter board for turn 1. Getting the car rotated nicely. Using every inch of the track that he can.
I think he used every inch on entry, but he missed out a little bit of room on the exit right there.
Yeah, he might have. I can't lie. I saw the entry, how close he was to cutting, and I was like, whew, wow. But he's on the flat out. Oh, no, he's not. Sorry, he's going into turn 6. He does set a purple sector 1. Turn 8 even, sorry. He does get a purple sector 1.
That corner through turn 6 looked pretty lackadaisical, if I'm being honest with you. He had a lot more track to use, both the inside and the outside.
Zerky has gone to P2 with a 17.1. A 17 flat even. So, good lap from him. Again, very close. But not enough for now. Ayub Khan, though, is going to want to try and challenge for that top position. We know he's quick. He's not had a win yet. He won on track in Canada, and then it was cruelly taken away. But he is going through the final few corners now. He's kept it clean. He's kept it quick. Is it going to be enough for pole? Coming around the penultimate corner into the final corner. You need to get the power down as quickly as possible. There's just a little spin in front of him. Luckily, it doesn't impede his lap time too much. It's not going to be pole. It's only good enough for P5, which is not bad at all. The 17.2. It's going to set him up nicely if it does finish like this.
Speaking of times, right now we've got the top 13 drivers all within a second.
Wow. Look at that.
That's nuts.
The top 10 in 6 tenths. It's insane. But Ayub Khan there, for a first lap, not that bad at all.
Yeah, I'd agree. That was pretty solid for a first lap. Now Mike is on an out lap. Mike Zek, after last week's win. He has 2 wins this season, 2 points finishes outside of wins, and then 3 DNFs and 1 did not start. So he has a very up and down season so far. And if history repeats itself, he's going to DNF after this race.
Let's hope not.
The way that his season has worked, he gets a low points finish, then a win with fastest lap, then a DNF. Round 7, he had a low points finish. Last week, he had a win with a fastest lap this week. It's scary if the statistics, fall in the way of consistency.
I'll be quite sad.
he'd be
I'd feel very bad for him.
I know he's had some tough luck.
Yeah. Oh well.
But so far, it looks good.
Yeah, no, he's on a lap at the moment. He's going to be trying to go for that pole position. We know he has time in him. We know he's very quick as he's going through turn 4 into turn 5. Again, using as much of the track as he can to maximise his speed. He's actually 300ths off his time at the moment, but that is not that much at all, and lots of time still to gain on that. Through the flat-out section. No DRS for him, unfortunately. As the zone was removed into the quick 8-9 complex. He goes purple in the middle sector. He's 400th up now. DRS is open. He doesn't lose the car, and he's going to head into turn 11. Very tight right-hander, which doesn't even look like 90 degrees. It looks way worse.
It's crazy how they can make that. Yeah. But it is 90 degrees. It's a wild corner. They just go so far on the outside on the entry that it makes it look hard.
Yeah, it's insane. But he is going to get the power down nice and quickly with the DRS open. Is it going to be enough to put him into pole position? It's not. He goes third, 7,000ths off Zerki's time, only 600ths off Killed's, and I would love to see the amount of time left, but the game insists on telling me that there's a yellow flag. So I will wait to make that comment.
The yellow flag's still there, by the way. It's a slowly rolling Williams is what it looks like, and now the yellow flag's even bigger. So yeah, we're not gonna see it from
there you go, 3.5 minutes left. So is Mike's gonna have enough time? If he is, then he needs to get a move on. In all honesty,
I think he'll have enough time to get back to the pits and get back out there.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, he's got time.
Rich
Rothby's up.
Is on a lap, 2-3 tenths up. Not enough at the moment, but maybe he's had the most insanely good final sector we've ever seen. He's got the power down, got the DRS open. He's going to cross the line. He goes 15th. What a Chad.
Yeah, it was still 6/10 better than his lap prior, but
massive
that was
improvement.
not anywhere near enough to get him, anywhere in contention at the top spots.
Unfortunately,
Mercedes looking pretty not great today. Nissan and Robbie in 14th and 16th. What do you think's going on?
I don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think they've had the strongest of seasons as a whole, in all honesty.
That's fair. It hasn't been the best. Robbie,
I don't want to say they've looked off the pace, but I want to say they've looked out of their depth, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Because don't get me wrong, they're both incredibly quick drivers, and I couldn't get anywhere near what they're doing. But yeah, I don't think they've been quite enough, I'd say, this season. But it doesn't matter. I'm sure they're having fun.
Right. You're right. They're having a great time. Everybody racing in PSGL is probably having a great time because obviously you're racing against some of the best in the world.
That's true.
If you think about how good these guys are in F6, like literally these are like some of the top, 200 players in the world, I would argue. They're crazy.
Yep.
So the level of skill that you get to race against every single week is honestly quite a privilege.
It really is. Talking about crazy, P1 Killed. I keep calling him by the league name. Killed is looking to start his final lap now, using all the track on turn 1 into turn 2. Got the DRS open, got the power down. A long run into turn 3 now. He's going to be wanting to extend his provisional pole time. He's got a little bit of traffic up ahead, which might give a bit of dirty air, but let's hope not for the sake of racing, as he loses the car almost a little bit. Has to quickly correct himself. That might have cost him a few thousandths, a few hundredths of a second. Going into turn 8 now for the long flat out section. He's going to have a massive slipstream. No, he's not, because the AlphaTauri is going to move out of the way just when Killed needed it most, but that's fine. He's going to hug the inside line. Oh no, hug the inside line. Hug the inside line again for the next corner into the 9-10 chicane. Got to be very careful not to lose any time here as he nearly invalidates, but he doesn't. Not losing the car, I don't know. That's insane. Is he going to go into the next braking zone at the 50-meter board? Gets the car slowed down. Gets on the exit curb as he again gets a big snap of oversteer this time into the penultimate corner now. I don't know if he's done enough to improve. He's quite a few mistakes, but he's also looked so quick that he's decided he's going to come in. We'll cut to Zerki, who's currently 2,000ths up on his time. never mind, he's now 73,000. This is good enough for pole position if he doesn't invalidate and he maintains this gap. He's going to have a slipstream down into the braking zone, braking at the 50-meter board for the 90 degrees. Gets the car rotated nicely on the exit of the curb. Can he keep this time deficit that he's gained? Kill retires. He's definitely not going again. Into the penultimate corner comes Zerky. Can Zerky do anything? Has he done enough? As Mike's doesn't do anything, sorry, nothing. Zerky on the main straight with the DRS open, got the power down. Has he done enough to steal pole position from Kill? Yes, he has! So close, it's 600, which is funnily the exact same gap as there is an Alpine. Oh my goodness.
That ruined Mike's lap.
Did you see that? I got it on the screen.
Yeah, I was on Mike's camera.
Yeah, what? Same.
Whose car was that?
It was Bryn Evans.
Oh, he spun and he's crashed in the middle of the track.
I was gonna say.
Oh no.
600s is the exact same gap that Killed had on Zerky earlier, which I think is quite funny. But
you know what's crazy?
Snakes finishes third. Mike's won't be able to improve. Sorry, I'll just quickly go through these. Victor is on a lap though.
Mike's was on to take it, by the way. He was almost half a tenth up.
Oh no.
Before that happened, yep.
Oh, Victor Wilder has invalidated. Ayub Khan brings it home in P7. E2 Lapalainen has invalidated. Robbie Van is not going to improve. Nitsan Ohana is also not going to improve. A dramatic end to qualifying. Seeing Mike's not able to improve, and Zerky is going to get pole position in Australia.
Wow. Now notice P1 Ruben. Ruben all the way down in 5th, even though he's leading the championship right now. I will say this: Ruben obviously is a race pace merchant. If you look at the standings for the season, he has 0, and I mean 0 fastest laps.
Oh wow.
Yes. Yet he is leading the championship. Yeah. So obviously, he's just got the race pace to match, anybody on their best day, and so I think that's probably what Ruben is going to be relying on. After starting in 5th, that's going to be a tough spot, but. We can also hearken to another driver that we know who has his roots in PSGL, Jarno Opmeer. Was oftentimes the same way. Not necessarily the best qualifier, but man, he can race. And so I think that I think we can't count out Ruben, even though he's starting in 5th, 2.5 tenths down from pole position. But yeah, that's my little 2 cents.
Yep. That is
you want to call
very
for
good.
order, Chiz?
I will. Zerky does get pole position with a 1:16.917, followed very closely by Killed, both of the Danes, I want to say. Followed by Snakes, Mike, Ruben, Victor Wilder, Ayub Khan, Mika, E.T. Lapalainen, Matti, Luca Monaco, Augustin Tolashi, Robbie Van, Noah, Nitsan Ohana, Rish Rathi, Emin, and Bryn Evans failing to set a lap time.
Yeah,
Bryn Evans. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, in
right there.
30 seconds after this short ad. So see you in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. These drivers are just getting ready to start their engines, choosing their strategies, and we're about to get going. Punju, what are your thoughts? What are your guesses?
I think this race is going to be absolutely wild. I'm expecting lots of drama. I'm expecting that all these drivers are going to be giving it their all. And again, I think Ruben is going to have a charge. Say, watch the Red Bull.
We will see as we are just about to get going. There we go.
Go ahead and call us off, Chiz.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. The Australian Grand Prix is underway as it's lights out, and away we go. Zerky getting in a really good start there compared to Killed. Killed not quite able to do anything else, but Snakes is the one with the most rapid start immediately into P1 as the Aston Martin, and Killed goes side by side. Killed goes off track. There's a Ferrari off the track. Ruben's into 4th place. Killed's all the way down in 10th now. He has got going again. As there's Victor Wilder as well, losing out from that start. All the way at the back, but up ahead, both Aston Martins leading the way. Snakes with probably one of the best starts I have seen in PSGL. Goodness me, he's already into the lead. Mike's into P3, Ruben into P4, E2 with a great start into P5. But yeah.
What, dude? Okay, so with killed right there on the start, it looked like he actually got pushed off. I think that's gonna get sent to the stewards.
It's gonna definitely get sent to the stewards. I didn't quite get the best angle.
Right there.
I wasn't sure the best angle. I know I saw Zerky and Killed go side by side, and then Killed was off the track, sent to the back.
Yeah.
Well, not to the back, to the mid pack. He's already in P9 though, so he's recovered well. He's actually fighting with Augustin Tolashi at the moment, trying to go around the outside. Augustin trying to defend, but not quite able to do it. And Augustin's actually now vulnerable towards Bryn Evans, who's starting last. Has already got into P11, going off track there a little bit, so he's going to have to give away the position.
Yeah,
not sure how popular this guy's going to be after qualifying, in all honesty.
Wow, Bryn Evans, 7 positions gained. Killed, 7 positions lost. Our second biggest loser, Victor Wilder, unfortunately our biggest loser so far, down 12, but he is now maybe going to pass Nissan Ohana.
Yeah, fair enough. Following Luca LaMonaco is he's going to try and go down the inside of Mika. What's happened with Tolashi? Is he also doing something? Anyway,
he's on a turn 2.
Oh, that's a shame for him. Luca LaMonaco gets into P6 on those mediums. He is the only one on the mediums. Augustin does get his car back into shape and he's now at the bottom of the pack.
Yeah, what do you think LaMonaco's thinking, being the only one on mediums? That's a very interesting strategy.
You know what?
When everybody else picks the hards,
you know what they say.
What do you think he's
I'm gonna say, going on hards is thinking outside the box. And Phil Dunphy once said, when you have an idea, go inside. No, sorry. Let me quote Phil Dunphy. He said, think inside the box. Because while everyone is outside the box chasing their ideas, you know what's empty? The inside of the box. And that's what I think he's done with the traditional medium to hard strategy. Sorry, I completely messed that up, but you know what I mean.
I heard that quote before. That's actually a really good quote. Ooh, Killed is now under even more pressure. He's fighting Ayub Khan, and Ayub Khan
big up.
refused to give it. Ayub Khan spins
it! No!
Oh no!
Just as I said that. If that's not the commentator's curse, I don't know what is.
Oh no, that was totally on his own fault too. He had no pressure. He just got a little bit too hard on the gas on the final corner, turn 14, and that was just a spinning winnie. Oh, man.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so sad now. Both McLarens in 17th and 18th, and absolutely nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, it's tough. Unless, a safety car comes out, that's basically their only saving grace at this point. Other than that, they're going to be forced to the back for quite some time. I do want to take a look at Luca LaMonaco. Have you noticed how much time he's gained with those mediums?
He was those mediums
almost a second away.
Absolutely rapid.
He was almost a second away at the beginning of last lap, and now he's less than 3/10. He's closing. He might catch the Williams. Not quite. Wow, look at the exit speed. Nissan Ohana is out. Oh, he's crashing the corner that you said was going to get people out.
Oh no. That is a safety car now. I did not catch that. Nissan Ohana spun round in the barriers. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm on Torlashi's camera to see if I can see Nissan Ohana. It looks like he crashed on the right side.
Disappear. Yep. That safety car, though, is going to be a blessing in disguise for the McLaren drivers, as well as Luca LaMonaco, who decides to pit. Oh yeah, there you go. There's the car.
Yeah, he probably got unsettled on the curbing of turn 10. Coming over that, got a little bit of a sway to the right, sway to the left, overcorrected to the right again, spun him all the way out, and he rear-ended the wall at probably about 130 miles an hour. No car surviving that. Ayub Khan has also decided to retire in the pits.
Oh.
Which, I don't know why, but he is done.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he just feels he cannot be bothered. It's a difficult track, and I have a feeling Augustin might do the same, or he has damage. One of the two.
If Augustin also retires in the track, I will be mind blown. Or retires in the pits, I'd be mind blown. Oh, his pit screw. They were off. By the way, Chiz, I can hear myself through your microphone.
I had myself muted on stream. I just realized I've been speaking very loudly, and I am almost earache on the stream. So, whoops. Sorry, guys. I'm still doing it. Oh my goodness. Sorry, trying to find the minus button. Oh no. Hang on, I need to go.
There you go.
I need to go and look at this now. I may have been. Oh no, hang on.
It's been fine on my end, personally. I thought the volume was fine. Well, guys, now that we're under safety car conditions, we've got probably another 2 laps until Augustine will be able to catch up. So we got a little bit of time. Again, you know, the one who's looking the most strong right now is Snakes. He also is a race pace merchant. He has no fastest laps this whole season. So, you know, we'll see if that race pace merchant, you know, can work out for him. Mike's sitting in 3rd, though. He is very close to snapping some positions. But the guy who's been cursed with 2nd best E2 lap Linen still sitting in 5th. He's far away from a shot at a win today still. That's a lot of work to do here in such a tight grid like PSGL's F6 to make up 5 positions. Yeah, it's a lot to ask of somebody.
All right,
so who knows?
I've reviewed the footage, and basically, it's not that bad. You can still hear what I'm saying. You can understand it. So we're all good.
Yes.
But yeah, the Aston Martin's looking very confident and comfortable right now. Also, what a start for Bryn Evans into P8, I've got to say.
I know. Yeah, that was great. Now, I also do want to mention, I don't know if you just saw this, but Luca LaMonaco just got a penalty. I think, tapped Reese Rothby under a safety car and got 5 seconds.
Poor guy.
Yep, that's tough. But that's why you leave. You always must leave it to space, right? So, and now he won't have a safety car to help him, you know, serve that 5 seconds anymore. So, you know, under pit strategy. So, he's just going to have to carry that until either the next safety car or the end of the race. Or his next pit stop, actually. We'll see. However, Luca LaMonaco is on brand new hards, 1 lap old. I wonder if he's thinking about taking those all to the end. That would be insane.
Yeah,
but we saw something crazy out of Alex Albon, right?
That's actually a very good point. You know what? I wonder if he is inspiration by that. I hope so.
That'd be great. Well, the snake has started. Everyone doing the little wavy dance, except for one single solo Alpine who just decided, nah, I'll Bryn. He jumped into it. Looking very stoic.
Right, so I'll ask you now, as we have a safety car, we have a little bit of... Oh, wait, no, we don't. Safety car's in. Never mind. We will
it's coming in, yeah.
We will not talk about predictions and stuff. We'll get underway again, as Snakes is going to go in just a second. We'll ride on board with Zerky, as I think Snakes has already gone. These guys will probably be in it. Oh, as Snakes getting a little bit squirrely on the exit there. Losing the car a little bit. Won't cost him any time. The 2 Aston Martins with a good restart. Mike's in P3 as well, not too far behind.
Watch Ruben.
I think, yeah, I was about to say, I think Ruben is going to go for it, and he's got the overtake on. He's going to try to go to the inside, but Mike's is saying no. He's not going to give him any racing room.
Close the door.
He's forced down around the outside, and he's going to try and go over the switchback. Is that going to be enough? You know what? The switchback not going to be enough this time, as they do make a little bit of contact. I think Mike's went a bit slow around the corner, as he's again going really slow. I think with a tighter line, he's had to brake. They're now going to go side by side. No, they're not, as Ruben backs out in turn 8. He's got a good exit, though. Can he do anything? He's just using the overtake, keeping it on. He's got to do it quickly, because this is going to cost them way too much time with the Aston Martins.
Yeah, they're both dumping.
That's already 1.2
all their
seconds.
Energy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can see that Ruben actually has a faster straight line setup, I think, as well.
Yep, I agree.
They have an almost identical strategy when they turn on their energy. It's like they know what each other is doing without even knowing. It's crazy.
We do have yellow flags as Noah is spun round with a broken front wing, and that's going to be another safety car.
Whoa, a safety car?
Yeah, there's his front wing fell off, and apparently that warrants a safety car. Yay.
That's whack. Well, safety car conditions again. I know you were going to say something earlier, Chiz. What were you going to say while the car was coming in?
What are your predictions for this race finish now?
So I'm thinking that, oh man, you know, I know Mike's, you know, when he gets in the groove, he flies. So I'm watching Mike's, quite carefully. I'm also, you know, very interested to see what's going to happen to the Aston Martin team. Yeah, they're leading the race right now, and they've got their safety car, so they're really leading the race. Top 3 positions, if you count the safety car, are all Aston Martin. I think Zerky is gonna be Snake's best friend or worst nightmare.
I'm
What I
hoping
mean
best
by that
friend.
is Zerky is the line of defense, but he's also the nearest attacker to Snakes. So if they want to play the team game, then they can. But I don't think they're going to, if I'm going to be honest with you. And so it's all up to how Zerky can perform. Because if he doesn't quite perform to the level of Snakes, then Snakes is going to love Zerky because he's just going to hold off Mike's. But if Zerky is fast and can get in front of Snakes and really challenge him, then that's gonna be a heated battle between the two of them. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for the final bits of this race.
Yep, I agree. I think it's gonna be an Aston Martin right into the sunset together, not fight at all. Snakes will win it. I can't see them wanting to throw this away. I think they'll just outpace everyone.
Interesting. Oh,
I expect no, because I think Aston Martin are the strongest driver lineup on this grid, and I think they fully can just run away with it now. I think their main competition, Red Bull, sat in P4 and P9, killed down in P6. I don't know if Mike's. No, to be fair, we know Mike's is quick as well and is insanely good race pace, and Ruben is right behind him. To be fair, but I don't know. I just feel like they're confident, they're comfortable, they have not really too much pressure. I think they can really run away with it.
I think you could be right as well. I always feel like, even teammates end up fighting each other really hard. But I could definitely be wrong, So we'll see if they can keep it clean with each other, or if they do decide to challenge each other and make it hard on each other. I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this is gonna work out. A whole lot can happen, and we still have 21 laps to go as well, so a ton of time for a whole lot to happen. That's a solid 30 minutes left of racing or so. So anything is possible now for the final bits of this race. But the fact that we're already on a second safety car, both from the same corner, do you think we're going to see another one from that same corner?
I hope not, but I also hope so. But at a dramatic time, please.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I'll go ahead and watch the back of the pack to see how they handle this restart.
Go for it. It is going to
be... I'm guessing you're going to be up in the front.
I am going to be up at the front. We'll see what happens as the safety car isn't in this lap. Both the Aston Martins, in fact, everyone weaving as much as they can to try and get last-minute heat into those tyres.
I'm interested to see. I'm curious why Luca Monaco didn't decide to pit and serve that 5 seconds. I think maybe it's because he wants to take these hards all the way to the end.
Yeah,
but he'll be rocking that 5 seconds all the way to the finish, so that's gonna be tough for him.
Yeah, that's true. We are about to get underway again. We're right on board with Zerky to try and see
starting early.
The exact time Snakes goes. Has he already gone?
Yeah,
oh, he has already gone. He's already gone, and he's I think left Mike's for dust here with already 7 tenths between them. I think they probably knew that together as Bryn Evans retires from the session.
Big crash in the middle of the track.
Yeah, I see that. I think he just put power on a bit too much quickly. Cold tyres, car's slippery. Poor guy. Zerky though, not able to do anything at the moment behind Snakes, and I don't think he's going to want to, but they are going to want to try and get the gap away from Mike's right behind, who is in P3. Again, Mike's catching up a bit with 5 tenths now. It's only a little bit, but it is still a gain nonetheless. In fact, Snakes has already got just under 7 tenths on Zerky, or 6 tenths even.
Yeah, Snakes is flying on this restart. He's got the pace for sure. Now, they're still on their same hards they started on from the beginning of this race. So everybody, the top 9 are all still on their starting tires. So that's something to also pay attention to. That strategy is going to hurt them, and it's going to help people like Victor Wilder, Luca Monaco, even people like Rich Rothi and Nua. They're going to get a little bit of benefit from their strategy, I think, because of the fact that they're on newer tires. But Zerky now, that Sector 3 time that he's got is so much faster than Snakes. You can see he just got up like 2 to 3 tenths in Sector 2 and 3, but then lost it all in the final corner. Look at that. As I was talking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. I think everyone's very close.
Yeah, the DRS train is 8 cars strong.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. That's tight.
It's gonna
8 cars strong.
I think this track is going to be really difficult to properly overtake at. You're going to need a really good run out of turn 8, I think, if you really want a chance, or you need DRS when the other person doesn't. But overtaking within the DRS train is going to be near impossible, I think.
I think overtaking out of turn 14 is pretty possible, like on the main straight. Overtaking into turn 3 is very difficult.
Yep.
And then overtaking out of the chicane is possible, but tough as well.
Yep.
And then you're right, out of turn 8, that long, straight-ish, where it's really just corners, but they don't call them corners for whatever reason. I've never understood that why they didn't call it a corner. That's possible, but you're just going to have to dump all your energy. And like you said, get a really great run out of 8, and I don't see that really happening very frequently, so. Yeah, the overtaking spots are few and far between.
Exactly. A little look up there, sorry. Goodness me. A little look up there for Zerky. I think that sounded like it. Not going to be the best if it was for him. DRS is now enabled. 10 lap old hards. I'm not sure how long the hards go on for. I'm going to say about 15 to 20 laps. So maybe we'll see some pit stops in the next few laps if those want to undercut. We'll see.
Try to take them as close to 20 as they can, and then jump the mediums and take those to the end.
I wonder if we'll see anyone going hard softs.
I think we'll see 1 or 2.
Why not? Those in the lower positions can always try it. Or maybe someone like Luca LaMonaco.
I think Luca LaMonaco is going to try to go.
Yeah, I think he's going to go to the end.
He's going to be crazy. Yeah, which is insane. That's 23 laps on those tires, I want to say.
Yeah. It's going to be mega.
Yeah, that'd be wild. So let's see if we can do it. Robbie Van loses a position to Wilder. Out of turn 8. There's that run. That loss in that position.
Yep.
Now he's going to have DRS to back it up, though, but won't be able to catch back up. So he's just lost it, plain and simple. Now that DRS train is now 10 cars strong. 11 cars strong if you actually count Luke LaMonaco's barely in that 1 second mark. So
yeah, he's in and out.
Wow.
Sure.
The train is actually just growing. That's crazy. You'd think it'd be shrinking, but no, it's growing.
Yeah, and we'll see if Augustin Tolashi has anything to say about that. Quite a big gap, 8 tenths, but you never know. But yeah, with that DRS train, it's going to make it very difficult to overtake. Mike's, to be fair,
the closest gap in the train. Yeah, he's one of the closest gaps. Also killed. He's one of the closest gaps. And the train killed might have it right here. The Williams of Lapland looks really weak coming out of turn 3. Oh, killed's going to take an outside move. I wonder if he's going to be able to stick it. He's going to break really late. He stuck it.
E2 does not want to risk defending at all, and he does get.
Nope.
Well, killed does get the move.
That was sweet.
It really was.
It almost looked like it was a planned exchange of positions. How clean it was. It almost looked scripted. Oh. It wasn't though. Don't worry, guys. We don't fix the races. Yeah, I think Mike's. He's playing the strategy game. He's playing the long game. He's saying, hey, I don't need to go super hard right now. I can just kind of chill and let the race come to me. But these Aston Martins just keep banging their laps. I think the Aston Martins are lower on energy as well. I was totally wrong. They actually have equal energy as Mike's. So everyone's saving their energy to the very end as well.
Quite high energy. You could say they're quite rich in energy. Like rich energy.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's funny.
I'm sorry.
It's funny because there also isn't a single Haas on the grid, which makes it even funnier.
Oh, probably a good job because I'd end up coming up the pits with 3 wheels on. That Melbourne curse.
Wow. That's funny. You are a big Haas hater over here.
No. I love Haas, obviously.
Sure.
I actually,
Haas is like one of my favorite teams.
I love Haas so much now, just because they've signed Nico Hulkenberg. Genuinely, I think it was a really good idea. I know a lot. I say a lot of people. I think Schumacher fans are a bit blinded by it. But I probably shouldn't give my entire
why do you feel that way? I'm interested.
I think Haas is one of the poorest teams on the grid. They are the poorest team on the grid.
They are.
Schumacher had like 4 million, I think it was, of car damages, and Kevin Magnussen had like 100,000. So I think it's quite. They need an experienced driver, whilst the team is struggling financially.
Yeah. Now I agree they need an experienced driver, but I wonder if Nico Hulkenberg was the right one to pick. Ooh,
I think he was. Yes.
That's Rafi. He spun in the very back.
Oh, who would you say then?
Well, I'm just it's not necessarily that I know who a better option would be.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if Nico, with his history with K-Mag, is going to cause, you know,
I don't think it
troubles.
will at all. I think that is the thing that happens. I think they're very good friends, in all honesty. Well, they're going to be, at least. And they get along great. They're both experienced. They're both mature. I think Nico Hulkenberg is the perfect choice. I mean, we saw how he did in Bahrain in 2022. He out-qualified Stroll twice, I believe. Oh, Noah is out of the race. Oh, is that a safety car?
Coming out of turn 14, it's
no,
VSC? I can't.
VSC.
It's a VSC,
yep,
just a VSC.
Oh, hang on. We'll see what happens to him as we go past. I don't know. He just kind of...
It looks like he almost just like understeered into the into the wall.
Rich Rocky is going to pit from those hards. Going to give him a little bit of an advantage, which is exactly what he needs, given the fact that he's like 20 seconds off.
Yeah, he's far back.
Yeah, back to Hulkenberg. I think he's got perfect experience. He's clearly good at adapting. You know, he got like P3 in qualifying in Silverstone in 2020 when he hadn't driven for like half a year. He did very well in the race as well, and then he was on P5 until the end where he had to like pit for new tyres because there was too much of a risk keeping him out. But yeah, he's got... Oh, sorry, it was the Nürburgring that he had to pay at the end. It's DRS enabled. As
VSC is done.
Again.
Zerky.
Hold
on,
I was
check out
just
that
about
restart.
to say that. 1/10 between those guys now.
Ooh, Snakes might be feeling the pressure now.
Yep.
It's gonna get spicy at the very end. We're just about at the halfway mark as well. So yeah, it definitely could get very spicy. Now that gap is really tight between the two of them. It's widened a little bit. But Killed is still just putting the pressure on Ruben, and Ruben's putting the pressure on Mike's. Like, those guys, that third, fourth, fifth spot, it's you know, 3 super heavy hitters.
Yep.
All right next to each other.
Completely agree.
I don't know who's going to come out on top out of those 3. That's the 3 that I really think is super
fair,
undecided.
If Snakes is feeling the pressure, that's doing him good because he's got the gap to 5 tons again already.
That's a good point.
But yeah, so as I was saying, Nico Hulkenberg, I think, is a great choice. All in all. And
he's good. He's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
really
he's
like
good.
him.
I mean,
we
am
also
a diehard Roman fan.
We need a German on the grid, and I think that's important. Just for the sake of their heritage, their history.
I think, in my opinion, while yes, you know, getting someone who's experienced in F1 is smart, I think Haas has somehow fumbled the bag year after year after year about not getting an American driver. I just don't understand why they haven't done it yet. I've never understood it. If they want money, why wouldn't they do it? Like, they should have gotten...
They should have gotten Sargent, but I think he was already linked to the move way before it happened.
Yeah, he was...
Oh, it's Zerky coming into the pits.
Oh, there it goes, yeah. At 14 laps.
No, we should start a podcast, genuinely. Like F1.
I think we could, right? Yeah. What we could call it, what, P1? That name hasn't been taken, has it?
It's taken by the league that Ruben killed it in.
No, it's a joke. That's what the WTF1 guys have just renamed themselves.
Oh, have they? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was why I made the joke.
Sorry, flew right over my head. We should start a podcast.
Okay, so we got some new medium runners, Victor and Zerky, both in the mediums. Robbie Van and Rich Rothby, obviously mediums with 1 lap old. Do we see Snakes coming in soon? Because now Mike's is out of DRS
zone. I think he's
zone.
going to come in this lap.
Oh, Mike's is burning every single bit of energy he can just to keep DRS. Yeah, he'll have it.
Yep.
Ruben, though. Ruben lost it.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Killed. Has an opportunity on Ruben right here.
Hang on. Yep, there we go. He's got the DRS. He's not going to be close enough, though, yet. But he's definitely nearly there.
Depending on when he goes into the pits to get new tires, Ruben looks really weak here. Yeah, Ruben's in a bit of trouble now that he doesn't have DRS to hold him off. Oh, Zerky catches 3.
Oh, no. That could change the course of events. As everyone pits but killed. Killed and Matty. So
Matty also
we'll
doesn't.
see.
Yeah.
We'll ride on board with Snakes because I think it's going to be important to see where he comes out. Riding the number 69. As he is on his way out of the pits. Where's he going to come out in relation to Zerky? I think it's going to be ahead, but because... Oh, you know what? It's going to be very close. We'll quickly go on board with Zerky. Never mind. Forget what I said. Zerky's going to come out behind Mike's as well, but Mike's is on cold tyres. Can Zerky do anything
Mike's
about it?
so
He's
weak.
definitely going to do something about
Around it.
Easily.
There it is.
Round the outside. A great move, even if he was coming out of the pits. Zerky's going to stay in P2 for now, though, because I think those mediums are going to warm up incredibly quickly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I mean,
yeah, I'm just
think
thinking.
about the DRS advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like think about it this way. We're about to get into 3 DRS zones. Snakes is nowhere near anybody with DRS. Yes, he's been leading this race, you know, without the DRS, but
is P2
cold tires?
Is it going to be what we've seen again, where P2 is the optimum position until the final lap?
It's possible. Remember, Zerky does have a penalty as well, so
that's true.
You know, he's got to work with that, and so he's going to be now on a hard push.
He's got to race like he doesn't, and just hope Snakes and Mikes and everyone else behind him gets one as well. I mean, it's very possible.
I expect to see a hard push from Zerky, just trying to get in front of Snakes as quick as he can, so he can get that 3 seconds. At least get the only chance he's got at a 3-second, you know, gain. Otherwise, there's no way, you know, he'll have anywhere near a top spot. Because if he stays behind Snakes, then Zerky's just plain and simply lost, you know, any opportunity for even a podium.
Very true. Zerky does set the fastest lap of the race. Oh, never mind. Robbie Van beats it. Not something we see too often. Never mind. Maybe they do at the pace. But Zerky, I think, is going to want to stay in P2 in all honesty until near the end.
Watch Lapalainen. A couple cars back. Maybe go around the outside. Oh, a bit of contact on the AlphaTauri. Oh, Kill just lost 2 positions right there.
That is not good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Kill was sandwiched in the middle of it. He had to go the slowest out of everybody. Got a little bit bullied. I think he got tapped just a little bit by Lapalainen on the outside. And then Victor Wilder was like, hey, I see a spot. Let me go ahead and sneak up in there. And he took it off of him as well. So Kill loses 2 positions in 1 corner. That is not what you want to see. That's tough.
Yeah, poor guy. Poor guy. We'll go on with Zerky, because Zerky is looking absolutely menacing on the back of Snakes. Well, he was. Now he's quite a bit further behind. He got the gap down to 0.2, but it's gone up again.
Yeah, his sector 3 is just nowhere near the pace of Snakes. Snakes has so much more confidence through the final bits of this track. I think Zerky catches all that time from sector 1 and sector 2, and then by the time they get to sector 3, it's just all gone.
It's all gone. Like the Crystal episode. Sorry. Zerky in P4. Only 0.5 off Snakes. Snakes actually catching up to Eamon now. He's going to get DRS from him, which he'll be very grateful for. Eamon on 12 lap old mediums and a time penalty. And up ahead of him, 15 lap old Luke LaMonaco. But that's 10 seconds. Oh, you know what?
Go for it. Oh!
Oh, sorry, I'm not even looking.
Little tap.
Very sorry, I didn't catch that. I was just looking at the gap between Luca and Eamon. Is 10 seconds. There's 10 laps left. Well, there'll be when Snakes overtakes. Could we see that strategy working, maybe? As Eamon is overtaken by Snakes. Snakes needs to gain... Ooh, it's going to be close. Actually, I don't know. We could see Luca LaMonaco's strategy masterclass. I think we're going to get a very, very close end to this race. Remember, he does have a 5-second time penalty as well, as Eamon loses another position to the other Aston Martin under DRS this time.
Yeah, this pace of Eamon is basically a rolling chicane right now for everybody trying to get around him.
Yeah.
All these top, look at that sweet dive from the AlphaTauri. Mike's is like, no, get out of my way. I need to fight. And then Eamon still defends. Go to the final quarter. Holy smokes. Eamon was like, no, this is my spot to be. I mean, he's trying to take those mediums 18 laps. That's a long time on a set of mediums.
Yeah.
And Mike scores a penalty for his trouble. So now Zerky
that's
is actually safe. That's great for Zerky.
Yeah, I mean, he's also got to think about Ruben behind, but Ruben, I think, is going to be out of DRS by the time he gets past Eamon.
Yeah, probably will be. Mike, though, is out of DRS now.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Everyone's spreading.
So, will Snakes be able to go penaltyless? Because if he does, then that's a given one. I mean, also, he's already gained a second on Luca, and he needs to be gaining a second a lap and overtake. But by the time he does overtake, his tyres are going to be old. So Luca might have nailed this on the head. If he can get those tyres to the end, if they were actually last to the end, then he might have done this really well. But we'll just look at the gap as he comes across the line, because I think it was 10.1 before. So he's gained pretty much exactly a second, which is what he needs to do. But obviously, when his mediums are worn out, it's going to be a lot more difficult. So
Well, keep in mind, the hards of Luca Monaco are also wearing out too.
that's true. That's true.
So,
but I mean, when you have 50% hards and almost 70% mediums, there's not too much difference in grip.
Hards are better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I think tire overheating is an issue in Australia, so that's also not going to be helpful. Yeah. But you know what? Snakes is catching at over a second a lap. Let's just look at the last.
Ooh.
Let's look at the last.
Eamon losing on the spot. Eamon's just lost 2 on the same straightaway. Eamon almost makes collision with the AlphaTauri, but barely keeps it away. Killed's basically been dodging minefields the whole day. Have you noticed that?
I have
He's been under fire from the start. Obviously, from the very start, he got bumped off.
This is not good. The race director is not loading. What the hell? Okay, my game just broke. That was weird. Anyway, I'm good again. Right, race director. There we go. Right, few lap times. Okay, sorry. Lucas set a 121.8 and Snakes set a 120.7. So he gained 1.1 seconds, which would be enough.
That is enough. Interesting. We'll see how this plays out.
I'm really rooting for Luca.
He just did the exact same gain as well. Look at that. He's got another second. Snakes is going to be crossing the line at about 8.1 off of Luca Monaco. Another second chipped away. Now, if Snakes gets a 3-second penalty, that would be horrible for him. But right now, I think Ruben actually technically would get P3 at this current moment. He's probably not going to be able to keep that because I just don't think he has the pace to stay in touch. But Ruben, as of right now, is getting P3 off of penalties.
You know what? I wonder if Luca maybe didn't want to serve the penalty because he wants to get it removed, and if he serves it and then that's served.
That's a possibility as well. Definitely a possibility. However, penalties like that where you run into the back of somebody, I don't see this getting removed very often.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it, but maybe there was some sort of other thing that happened. I guess.
That's a good point.
We can't really,
it's a very good point.
We can't really replay it, but yeah.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Luca Monaco, though, he's actually it's still about a second, but I think he's starting to pick up the pace just a little bit as compared to Snakes.
Yep, I mean, we'll compare the lap times as Snakes goes over the line. But yeah, you do see that slowly, the gain coming to a little bit of a halt, almost.
Oh, and as we were saying that,
yeah,
Luca Monaco must have had a really bad final sector
I think
because
it's just
he's got 4 tenths in
the traction on the last corner is going to be horrible. So Snakes sets a 120.8, and Luca has just set a 21.9. So it's another 1.1 seconds. Oh yeah, let's just look at warnings for. Oh, wait, there we go.
Hold on, actually, let's get out of that. Check out Mike's. Mike's goes and makes a dive. Mike's, I think he's in front of Zerky. They're axle to axle right now. It is so close. Mike's up on the curb. Still maybe going to commit through the flat-out corner. Oh, Mike's had to back out of it. Oh, my gosh. Mike's almost had him done coming out of turn 2, going into turn 3, but Zerky defended well. And that means that the fight between these two is very much so on.
And I mean, fight between the Aston Martins
Zerky doesn't have
because of that.
Zerky doesn't have DRS anymore.
That's very true.
Maybe. No, he just barely got it. Barely got it.
No, he didn't.
No, Zerky has DRS.
Zerky does not.
No, he doesn't.
DRS. But he's back in. He's back in. He's back in.
Yeah,
either way.
He's good. He's good now. Wow, that is close. Mike's, that was smart for him to make that lunge. I think that lunge has slowed Snakes down, or Zerky down quite a bit, which is what got him to that point where he was almost not having DRS.
Man, I wish we could talk to the drivers halfway through so we could interview them. I want to know what Luke is doing, because I mean, is he maybe going to get that removed? I mean, is he technically in the lead now, or is Snakes in the lead? I don't know. Is Snakes going to win? Because if not, then Snakes only needs to gain another second before he's in the lead.
Yeah, and again, how many warnings does Snakes have?
2. 2 warnings. So yeah, it's close. I don't think he needs to be pushing too much though, until the end.
Yeah. He's still got 5 laps to go. We got a yellow flag.
Yes.
It's Eamon and Augustine.
Poor guy.
Yeah, safety car.
Oh dear. Poor
Eamon
Luca.
crashed, lost a wing. Safety car comes out.
Poor Luca, man.
Oh my gosh, that is hard. Well, no, everyone's probably gonna pit for softs.
That's true. And he
Actually,
has
hold
5
on.
seconds. Oh. Oh, hang on. We've got a spa-like situation. Is pitting for softs the right idea? This exact same thing pretty much happened last weekend. Or last week, even.
I don't know. That's the
Where's
question. I'm gonna watch Snakes. I'm gonna see if he decides to pit.
Yep. Luca is into the
LaMonica's
pits,
gonna go
obviously.
in.
Snakes, is he in?
He's
Please pit,
posturing
please pit.
to not
He's
go in.
not. No one is. Never mind, then. Literally no one else
The
is
mediums will
pitting.
easily make it the last few laps, which is fair.
Oh, hang on. Matty is pitting. How will this change the
Yeah.
championship? Robbie Van is pitting. I think everyone else
Oh
will
my
behind him as well.
man, that's wild.
Poor Luca.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I know. Luca had a shot at it, man. Like, he literally had a shot at a win, maybe even, at least for sure, a podium. But now he's down in 9th place. Yes, on the softs, but he's only going to get about 3 laps max to make these work.
Yeah.
Because that safety car is going to be out for a while if you look how far back Rishrathi is. That safety car is going to be out for a
we
while.
haven't had a
Maddie,
single
actually,
message in chat this whole stream. That's quite sad.
Wow.
Everyone, say stuff. Say, like, which driver you're supporting. Or something like that.
They've just been lurking. All right.
Mind you, I bet half of them are drivers. But, yeah, I feel so bad for Luca. At least he's going to have a quick last few laps on those softs. He's going to look very menacing.
Mm-hmm. This will be close. I am very curious as to how this is all going to work out. This is going to be very interesting. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. This is absolutely wild. Give me 1 second. I'll be back in about 30 seconds, okay?
No worries.
1 second.
So, only going to be about 4 laps of racing. 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 laps of racing. By the looks of things, Zerky is currently trailing behind Snakes. Zerky also with a penalty and 1 lap older mediums. I think Snake's going to have this in the bag. It's going to be very close as well between Mike's. Ruben is also there trying to have a say in things, but Aston Martin do look very strong at the moment. Also to look out for is Killed. Killed does not have a penalty, and that's the only really reason I could see him maybe getting a podium. Just because of that, if he's able to stay with them and stay clean. Rishrathi is almost caught up now, so it should be in this lap, I reckon.
Okay,
But,
we're
yeah.
back. Sorry, Chess.
No worries. Car in order is Snakes, Zerky, Mike's, Ruben, followed by E2, Lapalainen, Killed, Victor Wilder, Mika, Luke LaMonaco, Matty, Robbie Van, Augustin Tolashi, Eamon, and Rish Rathi. Quite far back, 20 seconds.
So far, yeah.
He should catch up.
Rich Rathi should be able to, yeah, he should be able to catch up. Plus, the safety car, yeah, it needs to go in. Like I said, they're only going to get 3 laps of racing left. Right now, if Snakes can just hold it penalty-free, he'll get the win. But all the top 5, 4 of the top 5 guys all have penalties. Have you checked their penalties yet?
We'll do that now. I'll also switch
All
to
3
leader so
seconds.
people can add up. Yeah, all 3 seconds apart from Victor Wilder, who has 6 seconds.
Killed right now, technically in 2nd place.
Yeah, I was
crazy,
just
man.
saying, I think Killed could really get a podium if he stays with them. In all honesty.
That's crazy. There's a safety car in.
We'll go on board with Zerky, as we have done for the 3rd time. Well, we will do for the 3rd time this race.
This is gonna be so intense, man. Like this restart this is all or nothing right here for people like Zerky, Mikes. They gotta get it going as quick as possible.
I think as it
Luke LaMonaco's
stands,
sitting back,
I'm not sure
soft.
what the championship gap is. Oh, I think Mike's just hit Zerky. I don't know, I thought I saw a bump on Zerky's view. I'm not sure. Anyway, what did I say? I was saying I think Snakes is going to take the lead of the championship if it stays like this, so I'm not sure how close it is, but it's definitely going to be up there, so Ruben needs to try and make some
Look at
moves.
Snakes. Snakes is waiting as long as he can to get going.
He is, and
Wow,
I think
he tried to.
he's still not going. Now he's
He was
gone.
wise to it.
Zerky already with the overtake on. He definitely wants this position. He's already got 6 tenths on Mike's. We'll see maybe if Snakes could split the two. I mean, to be fair, it would be good team play from Snakes if he went behind Zerky, since the other guys have penalties, but it is quite risky. Ruben as well into P3. I said he's got to get a move on, and he has done. Ruben clearly desperate for this championship as well. Is going through turn 4 now. Also under pressure by Mike's. I think Killed's dropped down to P6. I think he was in P5 before. I can't really remember. But
he's
Killed's
always been
looking.
P6.
Oh my bad. Killed's looking very feisty behind Ita Lapalane, and as he switches the overtake on, he does get a good exit. He's going to have the slipstream. He's going to have the overtake button on, but I think he's got a higher downforce setup because he's not able to get ahead of the Williams.
Lapalane was burning energy as well.
Yeah, but he does.
Lapalane
is not anymore. Killed goes down the inside, not quite able to do it there, but he's put Lapalane offline, so he's going to get a much better exit than E2 Lapalane. He's got the overtake on again. Is he going to go for a dive of any sort? It doesn't look close enough. He thinks about it, but he's not able to go for it at the moment. Two Ferraris, I believe, are fighting, not anymore. Killed as well, still struggling.
Oh, Luca LaMonaco, hold on a second. What a dive from him.
Yeah, those
He's
softs.
trying to get in front of 2 people in one corner.
Those softs clearly really coming into play for Luca LaMonaco.
Yeah. He's gonna die this one. Guarantee you he's gonna push on Bemp
Send
here.
it. Send it. Oh, he didn't send it.
Oh, he didn't. I'm surprised.
Did I send it or did I send it? He did not. Did I send it? But he is going to try and send it now, as he does get a good run. He's going to send it down the inside of turn 3 as they squeeze each other. Sorry. Luca LaMonaco getting a good exit through turn 4, and that's put the Ferrari completely offline, and he's going to lose a position to Matty as well. So Mika losing 2 positions in one move there. Up ahead,
that's tough for Mika, yeah.
Is struggling to keep up with Snakes, but and Ruben as well is it's on leader. Ruben is perfectly fine, but Ruben looking also quick, maybe not quicker than Zerky, but definitely matching him, as he nearly loses the car there like he did in quali.
As it stands on penalties, if Snakes somehow catches a penalty, Killed would win this race. Right now, Killed is sitting in second on penalties.
That's insane.
Isn't that crazy?
I think he needs to just stay where he is unless E2 Lapalone starts slowing him down properly, because he could get the win if it stays like this. He probably doesn't even realise that. Actually, not the win.
Yeah, because he can't
place.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right, he can only see up to 4th, so I don't think he even knows what Ruben, Zerky, or Snakes are at. Unless he has an engineer on the inside, right? But that's the only way. We're on the last lap right here.
But if you're his engineer, tell him
to a
not
closer
to make a risky
Australia.
move. It is.
If I was an engineer, yeah, I would tell him chill out.
I don't think Snakes is going to get a penalty. That's my bold prediction. As Luca LaMonaco is fighting Victor Wilder, going side by side. Victor Wilder forced to back out. He just doesn't have the grip on those tyres. So Luca LaMonaco in P7, a pretty good recovery from
Luca LaMonaco sits in second place right now.
Oh my goodness. 3rd. Yes, that is insane.
Oh my god.
Luca LaMonaco still the podium, which is probably what he would have got anyway, given how much everyone else is catching up. But it is the last lap.
How about that?
Oh wow, he's on track to get 3rd. Can he do it? If he does, that is an insane recovery. He's got the battery. He's gonna. Are they gonna have DRS? I think never. Yeah, he does a DRS. So he's not gonna lose out to that either. Up ahead, Zerky is. Everyone's trying to go for moves as Mike goes around the outside of Ruben, slowing them down, not helping out Lapalane and Luca LaMonaco so much. Mike does manage to get ahead in the last corner. But we'll cut ahead because the 2 Aston Martins who have dominated this race from lap 1. Snakes has kept it clean. He's not got a penalty. He's now on the exit. And it's going to be Snakes F1 leading an Aston Martin 1-2 in Australia. Killed is going to get P2, never mind, because of penalties. And Luca LaMonaco, what a comeback to get into P3.
Wow.
Zerky gets P4. Robbie Van, who I said was off the pace, has got into P5.
Wow.
From starting in like 50.
The penalties.
What a race.
Penalties. Yeah, the penalties just totally changed up that order at the very end.
I'm very sorry if I
it was Snakes, Zerky, Mike's. that totally changed from those penalties. That's crazy. Wow, how much of a lead change that was.
Would you like to ask for interviews as well?
Sure, I'll jump in there.
Waiting for the results. There is your race winner,
was...
Snakes, with a commanding performance. Completely deserved this win. He is my driver of the day. In all honesty, he's never showing any doubt as he does the gritty. on the podium. A great race and a great result.
That was wild, dude.
That actually was a great race to watch. There is your final result. Snakes with the win, followed by Killed, Luca Monaco, Zerky, Robbie Van, Mike's Ruben, Mika, Italapalinen, Matty, Augustin Talashi, Victor Wilder, Rishrathi, Noah, Bryn, Ayub Khan, and Nitsnahana, rounding out the results. We'll quickly go through the race director for anyone who wants to use it for any reason. But there we go. So,
Right.
Ruben,
we got snakes in here, by the way.
Nice. Ruben with a championship to defend, only able to get P7. Mike's as well,
Rough.
wanting to catch up, does get P6. So he didn't DNF, and he actually got the fastest lap as well. So congratulations, and I'm sure it's time to bring in some of the guys for the interview.
Let's go ahead and I'm gonna grab snakes.
Thank you.
Mr. Snakes, dude. What a W for you. How you doing, man?
Yeah, really good. Great race. Yeah, I knew from the beginning that getting no warnings was the ideal situation. So I think I had like 2 warnings for after 50 laps or something. So I had to be careful at the end. So it was really cool.
Wow, so you were running on 2 warnings for basically half the race.
Yeah, I think like 10 laps or something. I don't even remember, but yeah, I was just really careful.
Oh my
and
gosh.
especially with the people behind all having penalties, I was just being careful. So
That's impressive.
I was not completely fully on pace because it was more
Wow,
important. Yeah.
That's crazy. If that's not completely on pace, you were absolutely dominant in my opinion for that entire race. Like you showed that you deserve that win today. That was a very, very, very good win for you. Almost grand slammed it. Obviously did not. Yeah, but like that was crazy, man. Just such a great race. That start, you started in 3rd place. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
The start was amazing.
That was nuts. How you caught those 2 slipping right there. That was Killed and your teammate that kind of came into a collision out of turn 2. You just slipped right through. That was gorgeous.
Yeah, Zerk had a little fuel spin in the 2nd phase of the start, so and Ruben didn't have at the best reaction time or either, or I don't know, maybe it's the wheel spin. And I don't know what happened after that in turn 1 with Kilde and Zerk. That's I controls the race from there on. It's hard tracks to overtake, so and good to have my teammates right behind me, so that was the perfect scenario.
Yeah, man, you did a great job, and seriously, well done to close that out. As you said, no more penalties. If you would have gotten a penalty, it's crazy, but that would have been Killed actually winning the race.
Yeah.
I know you couldn't see all those people behind you, but did you even have a feeling that there was gonna be that many people, with penalties?
No, this track is really hard with getting penalties. It's really easy to get warning. Yeah, like especially the last that you get in the last sector. If you just got it a little bit too much, then yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Also turn 1, like basically every corner is a big possibility to get a warning.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten to hear your voice quite a bit in this interview box, which means you're doing a great job this season. Well done, and I think you are now leading the championship, so congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
I will be catching you soon, man. Keep being wonderful, and I'm excited to see you next week for the second last
thank
round.
you. See you next week.
See you later.
Bye.
I'll go ahead and grab Killed. Mr. Killed, what a recovery from no penalties. Holy smoke-a-rolly. You finished across the line in 6th place, but you still got 2nd. How you feeling?
Very good. It's insane, to be honest. Like, in lap 1, I literally made contact with, was it Cirque or Snake?
With Zerky.
And I got pushed onto the grass on the outside, so I was I down to P11, I think.
Yeah.
And I think I made some very good moves. And
Oh, yeah, your recovery was insane. Like, when I saw you drop down so far, I kind of thought the race was damn near over for you, which was, really hard to see because you've been doing so well this whole season in the championship. But that recovery drive was just immaculate, and you got to give yourself a lot of props for that. That was really sweet driving.
Yeah, but I also gotta say, I think I will drop down to P3 because of Ruben. We are in a call, and he said he got a instant penalty, instant 2 warnings. So
Oh, what I had the turn 4.
Oh, interesting.
I know they're bugged. I don't know exactly where.
but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Either way, I mean, you had an amazing race. Seriously, well done. Great job to keep it consistent. You know that no penalties is what could win sometimes in Australia, and obviously that was the strategy for you, and it literally did win the race. All of the top 3 guys had no penalties, and that was what got them their podium. So, well done to keep it clean the whole race. Next week, how are you feeling about Abu Dhabi?
This is actually a very nice track. It's like fast flowing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Abu Dhabi is going to go well for you. If you did well here in Australia, I feel like Abu Dhabi and Australia are relatively similar. So I think you got a lot to look forward to next week. Well, thanks for jumping in here. We'll go ahead and let you go, and excited to see you next week.
Yeah,
Thank you.
hopefully I'll be here again. So
Yes, hopefully.
Bye.
All right, see you later.
bye.
Well, Punju, that is the end of another very exciting PSGL race.
that was
Everyone
wild.
watching, I hope you join us again next week. It is Abu Dhabi, one of my favourite circuits, just because it's so beautiful. And I hope to see as
Fun
many
one.
of you guys there as possible. Punju, have you
Yes,
got any
another
final
track
words?
with. Well, I was gonna say Abu Dhabi is another track with track changes for this year. So
Very
that's
true.
2 in a row that have had track changes. So excited to see that happening. And no final words. Just excited for next week. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. I will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
This broadcast was brought to you by GT Omega, proudly supporting PSGL.